I'm going to call on Semhar Hebtezion.
I think my element of the conversation tonight will focus on you. Estos have insisted on that. How can we build on what we have achieved so far? If we start by recognizing that there is a clear difference, the stages that all of us, even in this room, are, the economic accessibility to whether it is education or technology, those things are easily accessible to most of us. That's why we're able to do this. Whereas I cannot mention the percentage of women who cannot access this. So I think we can start with the knowledge that there is still a lot that needs to be done, but it's not all negative. It is important to recognize the achievements. And I'm always in awe when I see the young women who are able to start a business and run with it just with a cell phone. They're starting fundraising because there's an issue that they care about. And before you know it, they have actually addressed and solved a problem. But one of the things that M has said that is very important, I feel, is that we need to recognize what are the actual tangible achievements which have been done so far. It is well to say we have 20% more women in this company and in that company, but it's actually very important to scratch underneath that number and see what are they exactly doing. Right now, if we're saying that women have made progress, are these women making progress in key sectors? Are these women making progress and moving into positions of influence and power, whether that is in politics, whether that is in corporate ladder, whether that is in finance, so that they can actually become instrumental in making the decisions that will lift everyone up? Because whether it is in regards to women, I come from Eritrea, so we are very famous in saying 30% of our army is made of women, and as an example. Or you will go into any other corporate entity and they'll tell you that, we have 50% women. But look beyond that. And when you open the curtain, if I am seeing all of your employees that are women happen to be at the lower end of the jobs, but I'm not seeing women making partners, women becoming presidents, women making the financial decisions, I'm afraid it's not enough. And what I notice is my mother is a feminist, but like most African mothers, she never had to say out loud she was a feminist. She just went out and worked. We need to recognize the privilege that we all have, even as women and as Black women sometimes, when we are born in a family like you, Amy, mentioned, or me, my father. He was the first feminist father. So those things put us at an advantage to see the world slightly in a different way than others, regardless of where they're born. And so the challenge is then, how do we ensure the younger generation is comfortable to go for what they want to go for, but make information readily accessible to them? I believe very much in mentorship. I would love to have an opportunity, for example, to meet these young women that want to enter into the fields that I'm in and be able to throw questions. One of the things I would like to do is personally, at the moment, I work as an EU transition advisor, and I'm always grateful. Sometimes people will tell me, oh, Semhar, you're very good at this, you don't need to be grateful. No, gratitude is a good thing. That doesn't mean I don't think I'm not good at what I do. The question is, how did I get there? And one of the things is, again, that fearlessness comes from the privilege that some of us have had because of the parents we've had, because of the environments that we've grown up in. But when I, long time ago, applied for the role, this is nearly 10 years ago now, where most of you met me, I think I sent an application and I never heard back. I waited 1 to 3 weeks. And then I started going on the internet trying to find out who the director and who the president of the company was. And I found out, based on some charitable donation the head of the company made. And I sent him an email to his private email with a very long letter saying, this is me. I don't want you to do me a favor, but I know I'm good at the job. I know I will do it. All I ask is a favor. I know today is Women's International Day and we're celebrating each other, but it's very important to me to also recognize and celebrate our allies, the men, because this man took that letter of mine and he could have easily ignored it, but read it and went to those that are supposed to make the actual call to put that call to me, through to me. And I got the job. That's how this journey started. And I made some notes here. I don't know exactly the composition of the audience. My personal belief has always been, it's not to be a billionaire or it's not to do this. We all have our own idea and definition of success. And to me, it has always been to reach a point where I can make a choice. To me, the freedom to be able to make a choice, to choose where you live, what you do, where you work, is something that I aspire to, that I always continue to have, because that is freedom.